Hello, good day everyone. Good day, Ezzy. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Hendru Maulana Yusuf. You can call me Hendru. I'm the front office and digital marketing operation manager in Elizabeth International Hotel Management School. In these special opportunities, I would like to share about the soft skill that you may require for you as a frontliner, especially this case is as a front office team. So we will talk about how we are going to handling a guest complaint with the learn model. Before we go to the topic, what do you think? Is it important for you to have this skill? 100% yes. Why? Because most of you will be dealing with the guest directly, especially for a frontliner. So you have to maintain this, and then you have to have this kind of skill to engage with the guest more closely, and then you have a personalized service with the guest, and at the end of the day the guest will feel happy and satisfied. Alright, before we continue to the main topic, let's discover further about the complaint itself. So we will discuss first what is the meaning of the complaint, and then the second, why the guest complaint, the third, the type of guest complaint, and then the fourth, the step or the preparation before we are going to handling a complaint, and then the fifth, we are going to talk about the compensation or service recovery. So the first one is, what is the definition of the complaint itself? So I have to discover the meaning of the complaints from the definition by Oxford Advanced Learner Dictionary. A reason for not being satisfied, a statement that somebody makes saying that they are not satisfied. So that's one from the Oxford. And the second one is from the Webster dictionary, an expression of grief, pain, and dissatisfaction. Alright, so all of this meaning is because of the causality, cause and effect. Why the guest complaint? Because of what? So there are two things you need to know. That we all talk about the software and hardware, or we can describe with the person or the service, and then the tools that in the hotel is placed. Right, so because of that things, the guest is feel dissatisfaction for the service or the product. Alright, the second is why the guest complain. Some reason because of the hotel doesn't meet the expectation, the room is not large enough for the guest, or some other reason. So the first, why the guest complain is because of the hotel or the villa doesn't meet the expectation of the guest. Number two, the value of money. Why this is really important? Because of what? The guests pay a lot of money to stay in the resort, in the luxury resort, but what they get, the resort is not meet their expectation. Because of what? Because it's next to the street, it's really small hotel, it's not fancy enough. The guests pay a lot of money, so they feel dissatisfied. Right? And the third one is because of the bad service. As I mentioned before, there is a software and hardware. The bad service is from the software itself. It's come from the staff, come from the human resource. So if we cannot deliver the best service to the guests, so there will be some complaint coming. Right? Number four is the guest is in a bad mood. So the situation is not because of the hotel, but the situation is come from the guest self. The guest is not feeling happy enough, maybe something problem with their life. So when the guests come to the hotel, the guests feel like, okay, it's not a good time to talk about with the guests, so better we just stay away from the guests, but we still maintain our good service to the guests. Alright, so number three, we are talking about the type of the guest complaint. There are two actually. The first one is the silent complaint, and then two is expressive complaint. What is silent complaint?
Good afternoon, how may I assist you?
Hi, afternoon. My hot water in my room, it doesn't work. I want to take a bath.
Yeah, can you please send someone to fix it?
Yes, of course, Mr. Robert and Ms. Megan. Thank you for your feedback. We do really sorry for that inconvenience. Would you like please wait a minute? I will coordinate with our engineering to come to your room. as soon as possible.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there anything else that I can assist you with?
Oh, no, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a good day too.
Silent complaint is the guest doesn't express anything to our staff, actually, to the hotel. So most of the guests will be express their disappointment to the social media or to the travel agent if the guest is come from the travel agent. So it's very difficult to resolve the problem if we are not understand or the guest didn't share to us about the information about their dissatisfaction with our service or product. So it's very difficult. So we need to again to in touch with the guest. We need to send an email, send service recovery, and etc. So it's quite difficult to understand about this. Yeah. Okay. And then what is the expressive complaint?
Good afternoon, how may I assist you? Hi, we already booked ocean view, but why the view is not the same like the picture in the website?
That's right. I booked for the Royal Ocean Views, but it's not same with the reality.
Thank you for your feedback, Mr. Robert and Ms. Megan. We do apologize for the inconvenience. Allow me to check the room availability for you.
Okay.
Certainly, Mr. Robert and Miss Megan. So we concerned that you are in holiday, in honeymoon, right?
Yeah,
And
that's
for
right.
the inconvenience, we really do apologize for that, and we will try our best and see another solution for you as soon as possible.
Okay, make it fast, please.
Thank you for your waiting. We have another room for you. Allow me to assist you to show you the room. Certainly. Follow me,
Okay,
please.
thank you.
Expressive complaint is because he's come to the front desk or the guest complaining in the restaurant right away, straightforward to the staff, to the reception, or to the hostel or to the F&B service. So they're expressing all the complaints is by the time they has a complaint right away, straight away. So this kind of complaint is not easy actually. So but we can resolve the problem right away at that time. Not like silent complaint. Silent complaint is more difficult than expressive complaint, right? All right. So we have two types of the guest complaint. Now, what is the step before we are dealing with the complaint? Before we are dealing with the angry customer? Number one, we're going to communicate internally within the team member. Why? This is very important. Sometimes the guests come to the front desk and then this step is may required as a supervisor or a leader in the division. So we need to in touch with a friend or with a colleague. What is complaint about? What happened with the guest? Something like that. And then build up your confidence. For sure, this is very important. So before you meet the guest, you have to make yourself confident. And then find out the guest message or the guest issue internally with a colleague, yeah, and then with the co-workers which is not related to the front desk. For example, the guest is having problem with the AC or the air conditioner. We can discuss with the internally with the engineering about what? About the last project, the AC cleaning, for example, like that. So we can notice that, oh, there is a problem with that. Okay, and then the other thing is check the guest profile in the hotel management system or property management system. Why this is very important? We can see what is the guest profile is, where the guests come from, and how long the guests stay, and how much the guests spend. So from this stage, so we can discover or give a solution or service recovery based on this knowledge, right? And then it's very important. Choose the right place and circumstances to communicate with the guest. It's really important. So if you're facing an angry guest and then you are going to resolve the problem, don't let the guest standing in front of the front desk. Instead of you can have a seat in the sofa or in the lounge or even in the restaurant. Some of the hotel is concept with the lounge beside the front desk agent actually. So we can bring the guests to go to the lounge, sit together, having coffee or iced tea or something else, soft drink. So make the guests come down and we can discuss further what is the solution and problem solving that we can offer to the guests, right? And then be open communicative, and low profile. Yeah, do not take any problem personally is very important. So you will hear any voice from the guest directly straight away. Sometimes this make your heart hurting. Yeah, but this is hospitality. So you have to forget anything, forget the words, so you can feel what the guests feel. That's hospitality. So means you have to put yourself, your personal thought beside anything. Yeah, just be professional. All right, and then be responsive. All right. So we'll talk about the compensation or service recovery. So it's very interesting. Yeah. So compensation is determine something to substitute the guest feelings and dissatisfaction. Is it necessary we giving a compensation or service recovery to the guest? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes by giving extra effort to solve the problem, the guest feel happy. Not to give something like extraordinary, extra something that the guest not expecting actually. For example, the guest has a problem with the makeup room, which is not makeup by the housekeeping. The guest complain, and then we need to give the compensation related with the guest issue actually. Not necessarily have to give free dinner, free lunch, or free spa and etc. beyond the expectation actually over there. So we need to make sure that we give something that related with the problem that the guest happen. Remember, compensation is not always the best way.